Hi, it's Grandma Roseanne, and we're going to make such an interesting, really quick dish today. We're going for dinner, cameraman and I are going to have Korean barbecued short ribs. So easy, so delicious. So the first thing we want to do is get the marinade going, because the short ribs, they really need to marinate for up to 5 hours. But if you've only got 3 hours, that's okay too, but try to get at least 3 hours in, okay? So we're going to start out with soy sauce. I have a half a cup of soy, a half a cup of sake, a third of a cup, if you're not familiar with this, Mirin, and this is it's like a rice wine vinegar, not a vinegar, it's like a rice wine, and it's really good, but this is readily available in any supermarket where they carry soy. You'll find this right next to it. So we have a third of a cup of that, and then a fourth of a cup of brown sugar. And that brown sugar, along with sweetening it, it's going to help create a glaze on it that's going to be delicious. We just want to mix this up really well. And then 2 teaspoons of ginger. Now, I left the ginger here in case you don't know how to peel ginger. I used to try to do it with a potato peeler. I'm telling you guys, that's a real problem because you have all these little nubs all over. All you do is get a spoon and just do this. Just do that. Comes right off, just like that. So it makes it really easy for you. So here we have 2 teaspoons of ginger, and I'm putting in 1 teaspoon of garlic. Alrighty. Now we have got that mixed up really well. So it's going to go into our bowl. You want to get all that good stuff out of there too. Watch the bottom of your bowl too, because there was quite a bit of brown sugar that was left in there. And I want all that brown sugar in there. Now, the ribs that you're going to use, but it's called a Korean cut, or it's called a flanken ribs, the short ribs. So let me show you what they look like, because they are super thin. Look at that. That's probably I don't know, maybe a 1/4 of an inch. So that's gonna go right into the marinade. And this is enough marinade for 2 pounds of ribs. And I have 2 pounds of ribs here. Now, when you are looking at trying to purchase these ribs, if you ask for a Korean short rib, chances are the butchers are gonna look at you and not really know what you're talking about, unless you're in a Korean shop. However, if you tell them, I would like a flanken cut or an English cut, then you're going to get that short rib, okay? So that's kind of important for you because it makes your shopping just a little bit easier. Alrighty, I have got everything in here. Now what you want to be able to do is make sure that everything is going to be well coated, all of it. And then I'm going to cover this tightly. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and I'm going to leave it in there for 5 hours because I've got plenty of time to do that. But as I said, if you don't have that much time, it's still okay. You don't have to worry about that. Now, this is it. It's done. From this point forward, all we're going to do is I'm just going to put it on a barbecue grill, and it's going to be 3 minutes on one side and 3 minutes on the other side. You will see how absolutely wonderful it'll be. So I'll be back in a few hours and we will get this going. All right, well, we have marinated this for 5 hours, so I'm really happy that it's going to be just excellent. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in here, because when I went out to light the grill, it was so windy, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me out there. So basically, these are going to go on the grill. It's going to be 3 minutes on each side. What you're going to want to have, obviously, sometimes because you need to switch it, you're also going to need a basting brush, because we'll take some of the extra marinade and baste it on there as we go. Now, When we get out there, it may be perfectly fine. So let's just give it a shot, okay? I'm going to be using, I don't know if you've used this before or not, but this is a Weber grill spray, and it claims to be the only non-flammable grill spray. So I am using this, and as it says, non-flammable. All right, now then, we're just going to take each rib and put it on. So while we're doing this, it's not very exciting for you to sit here and watch me watch it cook. So cameraman, why don't you show them our apricot tree, our beautiful climbing rose. So pretty out here. So pretty. Cooked on one side just fine, so I'm turning them. And then I'm going to baste them a little bit more. The brown sugar in there is what's going to help with the glazing on this. Nice. I'll tell you guys, it smells outrageously good. Really good. And you're really better off not to do what I'm doing. Leave them alone. You don't need to be messing around with them. And I do that all the time. I'm poking at them all the time. But they'll get a better char if you don't mess around with them. And once again, I'm back poking at it. I don't know if anything smells better to me than things that are grilling. I love that smell. Doesn't that look scrumptious? I think it does. Really, really look good. So what we have here is just a bed of jasmine rice. We're going to take one of these beautiful pieces of meat and take a bit of a bite. Before that, always make it pretty. Okay, maybe we should make it real pretty. How would that look? Oh, we could serve that to anybody. They would be happy, I'm quite sure. Alrighty, taste test. Well, it cuts so tender, I can't even tell you. This is as good as any I have ever ordered in any restaurant anywhere. So, give it a try. Very easy. It cooks in about 6 or 7 minutes. So it's a good weekday dinner. So thank you, subscribe, ingredients below. Be sure to hit the little bell, okay? So you'll know when we're coming back. And cameraman and I are gonna have a great dinner, and we wish you a wonderful evening. Bye.